So
Nice.
a little look here.
What we're doing now is we're looking for staves, an essential part of the pilgrim kit.
Oh, he's a very strong one. And that one.
Can you give me a quite knobbly one? I like a little bit of character in my, a little bit of a Gandalf staff for me, not too
A
straight.
Gandalf stuff.
You know what I mean?
Nathan Goss is a carpenter by trade, hence his collection of tools and the know-how in using them.
You're about there, you are. Yeah.
Nathan's never happier than when he's got an axe in his hand.
Oh, speared myself right in the nudges.
Pilgrim staffs were more than just walking sticks. They were weapons of self-defence, and they helped identify pilgrims from other travellers.
Bit nervous about his axe, Nathan.
They came to symbolise the very act of pilgrimage. The staff of Jesus was held in such high regard that St Patrick was reputed to have brought it all the way back to Ireland from his travels in the Mediterranean.
Do you want to like a go of chopping it yourself?
No, it's right.
You sure?
No, I'm happy to see you at work. I love to see a man working. Since I don't do a job myself, you know.
Nantclwyd House was built in 1420, which makes it the oldest surviving townhouse in Wales. Nathan, our carpenter, is also a building surveyor for the National Trust, and he can't resist sharing his knowledge of how it was built 600 years ago.
Basically, what we've got here is a 5-bay scarf-cracked house, medieval house.
What's interesting is, just judging from this picture, is effectively it was a hall house.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You've got a
So you had the fire
straight
in the
there.
middle of there where that carpet is down
Yeah.
there, and that went up through a sort of hole in the roof.
No, there wouldn't have been a hole in the roof.
Wouldn't there?
Nope.
They just had a fire.
Yep.
And it filled up with smoke.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So they didn't have a chimney.
Yeah, no chimney. No.
Actually, delicious.
That is fantastic.
No one finds it more so than Nathan, who reveals a passion for offal.
Contentment.
Just give me the kidneys, the liver, the heart. Oh, that is unbelievable.
Gosh. We're having unlucky now. Have we got the choke in or something like that? Is there a
No
choke
choke on a diesel.
Is it a diesel? I always want to blame the choke, you see.
Yeah. Whereabouts are we, Dave?
We're halfway up to the pass of Bolcagroes, and we're just past Arran, the mountain on our right.
So how close are we to the Pilgrims trail?
This is it. This is on it. We're on it.
We're actually on it?
Yeah. This road was it.
Well, I'm not 100% sure I want to go this way, to be honest with you. I think I'd rather that path.
The bandits of Malvern sung by pilgrims as they traverse the countryside. None more so than Nathan.
So tell me about your shoes, Nathan.
Ah, my shoes. Now then. Oh, these beautiful little numbers. We've got a bit of cow's leather here.
And they're medieval shoes.
Oh, yes, these are medieval shoes, all right.
And what are the things at the bottom?
These are called pattens. They're made traditionally out of beech.
Mm.
They were made basically to keep your boot out of the khaki, out of the muck. Because you know what the streets of London were like when, back in the medieval period, it was throw everything out the window, basically onto the floor.
And are they comfortable?
I wouldn't lie to you. No. They're absolutely killing my feet. Oh, look at this. I found somewhere to put our staves.
Are we all right to leave our pilgrim staves in your umbrella stand? Thank you very much.
As mementos of your visit. They all have their roots in the fashion for religious pilgrimage.
Do pilgrims wear things like this on windy days?
Did you dig this up?
This is the sacred manhole cover of Aberystwyth.
But just when I think I've come up with a rational explanation for the miracle, Nathan pursues his own theory. St. David was a big fan of water. He'd often stand up to his neck in it. He'd drink nothing else, and he'd use water for his miracle cures. Nathan believes that if he can find an underground spring, this might add credence to the story. But what are those rods he's using?
It's just plastic-coated metal rods.
But you use this in your work?
Yes, yeah. And, I occasionally get called upon by the National Trust to try and find water pipes for mains, all these types of things.
What were you looking for then?
I was thinking water, thinking spring, thinking Hollywell, thinking that beautiful well, and it comes. They just move. I'm the faintest idea it works, but it does.
So you think that in this might have indicated that there are springs in this mound?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely springs in the mound.
Game of the medieval sport of Knappen. Knappen was played on Shrove Tuesday, one of the original religious holidays. Townsfolk, farmers and medieval pilgrims got swept up in a violent frenzy of an early form of beach rugby with menaces.
Go on, Nathan!
Dave and Nathan have volunteered to join opposing sides. Anything up to 1,000 people a side would have played. Unlike today, they'd have used a heavy wooden ball that could crack your head open. And it's half-time.
Come and give it a try for 10 minutes.
Come on, Griff. We need your support. Come on.
What?
You can come on for a minute.
Look at the state of you two already.
Exactly. We need
You two
your
young,
support.
fit men. What would I do? I'd just embarrass myself and humiliate myself. But I guess that's my role in life, isn't it? Okay, right, hang on.
To be absolved, so I've ordered a batch of hair shirts.
These haven't been made especially by a prop maker. These have been made for people who like to wear hair shirts.
Medieval pilgrims often wore hair shirts like these as an act of penitence. Made of sackcloth, riddled with ticks and lice, they are superbly uncomfortable. They're bad enough for a few minutes, let alone for weeks on end, as the original pilgrims would have worn them. Their flesh would have been chafed to bits. In the
manly stuff. I can imagine. Now, I'm just saying, the business of washing feet, I believe the Pope does it quite a lot, doesn't he? What's the matter?
Oh, tremendous. Let's go. Fantastic.
You see why the people wear all these hair shirts, just to enjoy the moment of taking them off. It's not nothing to do with pain. It's got everything to do with a sort of masochistic impulse to stop doing it.
Company's been absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed getting to know everybody. The other thing was the rabbit stew.
Right.
Kidneys. Oh, I love the kidneys. And the liver.
Yeah.
Oh, the liver was just heaven.
I think the thing we failed to mention is the whittling. Nathan